Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Angelica, and today I have a message from the ancestors. Okay, so before I get into the message from the ancestors, just remember that these are transmissions of energy, of code, of light. Anato. We are always moving energy. Okay, High Priestess, medicine woman. Okay, we're moving energy. And we're alchemizing it for the highest and best good. Okay, so just remember that. Use your discernment and your intuition to decipher and discern what resonates and what doesn't for you. Okay, please honor you above all else. And also, I'm excited to announce my offerings are live. They are bookable. They are there. There's a little something for everyone. There's low ticket, high ticket, mid range. There's a little something for everyone. So if you are feeling called to work with me, and a lot of you will, I would honestly suggest and encourage you, now is the time while I'm a little bit more free and I don't have such a demanding schedule. But you do you, boo. I love you. Let's get into the reading. Okay. So the ancestors are coming forth at this time just to remind you. Okay, there's most of this reading is going to be mostly confirmation. Okay. However, there does feel like there's some components here that may bring out some, so keep that in mind. You know what I'm talking about. So you are continuing to just shed your old skin. Okay. You are not the person that you were a month ago, 2 months ago, last year. You are not that person. Okay. This says to me, this says to me you're in the middle of an identity shift, a major identity shift. This is almost like a midlife crisis. It's almost coming through like a midlife crisis. I feel like all of us are. Like all of us are in a midlife crisis because we're being asked to shed this old identity, not prescribe to these lack mentality, poverty mindset, just all of these limitations that have held us back, kept us playing small, whatever, right? That identity is no longer you. A new you is currently taking shape. Okay. You're shedding the old, right? And the snake was last year, right? Last year's zodiac, Chinese zodiac, and this year's the fire horse, right? So you're still in this old phase of shedding that old 9 energy. And I feel like, honestly, let me be honest, it kind of feels like we will still be doing that for a couple of years. So whenever you find this, whenever you see this, it's perfect. It's fine. Most of my readings are timeless unless I say the opposite. Okay. So whatever timing you're in, timing is perfect. Don't even worry about it. But you're going from one identity to the next identity, but you're in the middle where you're still forming the identity and where some of the old characteristics still might come in or try to come in. Okay. And that's part of where you, as the master, have to be aware of, okay, you can always, remember, you can always create whatever the heck you want to create. So if you still want to grab those things that you say you want to clear, I'm just going to grab this poverty mindset over here. You can always bring it with you into the present. That's your choice. If you would like to, if you prefer to leave that shit in the past, then you have to leave that shit in the past mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And it's really just about doing the reps, right? Okay, catching yourself every time, recognizing yourself every time you're in that, and you shift it, and you shift it, and you shift it. Sometimes there's a lot of momentum that we have to kind of disengage that momentum in order to slow that down and start momentum in a different space. So use your discernment on where you might be But there's something coming in here very strongly that remember these old stories. Be careful of bringing them into the present and recreating a new identity with those old things, those old characteristics, those old limiting beliefs, those old wounds, those old traumas, the old emotional baggage, whatever the F it is. Be mindful of recreating it in the present. Even just allowing yourself to spiral a little bit. Now is not the time for that, boo-boo. We've left the station on that. Okay. So if you're seeing that at this time, it's just your confirmation to be mindful, be present, and practice. I'm hearing number one, practice gratitude, but you got to practice yourself out. If you're still finding yourself wanting to reach for those old excuses, those old limitations, those old beliefs, you have to catch yourself and bring yourself back to the present. Okay, that's going to take some work. With this, we're getting, with this, you're actually being guided at this time. You have some animal guides, animal guardians by you. I'm actually seeing a lion. I'm seeing a snow owl. A white tiger. The phoenix. What is that? A liger? Interesting. There's a horse, right? Obviously fire horse, but I'm seeing horse, bear. Some of you have a rabbit spirit with you at this time. Some of you haven't. What is that? Is that an otter or a seal? Okay, I'm going to kind of mix these together. It looks like a seal, like a baby seal, like a little white baby seal. But like it kind of morphs into an otter. So like if you are someone that resonates with in between those frequencies, then that is for you. Okay, that's it for the animal guardians that I see. Hakela. But look at all the guardians in here, right? We got a panther, we got an owl, we got a crow, and then we got a little baby fawn. Okay. Hiasanata, Makoa Sanata. These are I keep hearing divine gatekeepers. These are divine gatekeepers, but they're assigned to you. What they are divine gatekeepers of, that's being held back from me because everybody's different. I will say that it has to do with you unlocking more of your power. But Source is blocking me from accessing that information more fully. Okay? It's more about how to access more of your own power. Okay? Anyways, animal guardians with you at this time. Now, if you're someone who I mentioned the spirit animals and you're like, none of those resonated, Source is coming through and saying, pay attention in your reality to animals, even insects that keep on presenting themselves to you, because there is going to be one. If you're watching this video, either beforehand or after you watch this, there are going to be a certain animal or animals, or this can even be insects, that present themselves to you multiple times. It's going to be very obvious. Okay, pay attention. That is the guardian that's assisting you at this time. And there's going to be some people out there, I'm hearing, don't discount or discredit an insect. They do a lot more than you know, and more than we're programmed to believe. They actually do a lot for this ecosystem, right? Because they are part of the ecosystem. So don't think so rigidly. Be open, and if you don't maybe intuitively understand what lessons or what medicine they're there for you, you can always Google it and find something that resonates. Find that something that, like, maybe look at a couple of sites and see what pops up. Maybe there's something there, maybe there's a pattern or a characteristic that pops up a couple of times that you feel like, oh, just, I'm hearing, be very light and be very, because it usually is going to be the more subtle hints that are coming in. I'm just hearing, be really light, be playful, use your inner child, because your inner child knows how to play in these realms without overthinking and kind of um, spiraling, okay, mentally. So you are shedding old, you're shedding old skins in the middle of a re-identification process. You have very specific animal guides helping you through this because it's part of their characteristics, their frequency that needs to be, I'm hearing re-embedded or embedded into your frequency. Very interesting. A lot of code speak here. As that is all happening, your inner masculine is ready. It's ready to intend and create. You're ready to be, your inner masculine is the high priest, right? The high priest. Your inner masculine energy, right? We're talking about energy. We're not talking about we're not talking about gender. We're talking about inner masculine, inner masculine energy, inner feminine energy. Your inner masculine energy is ready to create. It's ready to take action, and it's ready to take its cues and its inspiration from your inner feminine. Okay. And it's funny because we have the feminine on the other side, right? Holding the animals. So intuition, we got intuition. Trust your instincts, your intuition, so that your masculine knows exactly what to create. It knows how to create it. It knows what you want to create from it. It knows the things. There is a very strong Egypt connection here, and that's not simply, I mean, this card is definitely saying Egypt. I'm talking about ancient Kemet, Kalakama. So a lot of you that are watching this or that are going to be watching this, you have past lives in Kemet. You witnessed the fall of civilization, and you're helped to rebuild a new civilization. It's, now take this as it resonates, but it's coming through as this. And sometimes words for me are a little difficult. Okay, so if you need to retranscribe my transcription or my translation, please feel free. We were talking about the Egyptian ancient Kemet. There are some of you that came and heard the call and have your own stories intermingled and intertwined within this new civilization you're bringing and building, co-creating together. We would like to, at this time, bring remembrance. There are some of you that are redeeming yourself in this life for many lifetimes that have passed where you were less than integrous, let's say, less than dignified, shall we say. That does not mean that you were bad. However, some of you were service to self orientation. We will put it that way. What we are saying here by redemption is simply kakalekia ma'ua, the act of ho'oe kia matata, redeeming one's character, the act of ko'oele maka'at yasana, the act of transfiguring one's character, integrating the lessons in order to fully hold the potential of your character, the growth, the exponential growth of your character. We will not go into depth at this time. We ask you to feel into this concept. If it is relevant for you, then this is something you will naturally be guided down your path and as it unfolds. If this is not something that is resonant for you, simply disregard. Hakala yamahua asi. Okay. There was that little part. Honestly, my friend, it looks like it's go time. It looks like your feminine is holding the instinct. Your feminine knows what she wants to do. She's tuning into these frequencies, right? These animal guardian frequencies. It feels like she's taking and receiving the inspiration, the movement of how to move from that, so your masculine can take action, right? Because you are in the midst. This is literally how you are bridging the old timeline to your new timeline. Okay? You do it through grounded action, not disembodied spirituality. Okay? You're shedding the skin. Keep on doing your work. Keep on showing up for yourself. Trust your instincts. Yes? And then as you trust your instincts, set an intention from them. Create from them. Because it's time. That old identity is out of the window. And you're now creating who you want to be. So the question remains, who do you want to be, my friend? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be in integrity, right? Nobility, dignity? Do you want to be playful, happy, joyous? Like, how do you want to, like, what is your type of character? Are you a moral character? Are you morally gray? Where do you sit in all of it? Who do you want to be? Who do you know yourself to be? Yeah? Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave this here, but I wish you so much infinite blessings from me to you. I wish you so many blessings on your journey. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, you can book a one-on-one session with me if that's something that you're called to do. Okay?